throughout Europe, for example, killed 50% or more of the population of England. This was a huge, huge loss. And like all viruses, it takes the bottom half much more than it takes the top half of the IQ and social distribution. So in other words, if you lose 50% of your population, the low IQ population, then the group that's left, and they all moved into towns, by the way, right after that led to the Reformation, and the brighter ones married the brighter ones, you got assortative mating, you spread out temporarily the normal distribution. You suddenly produced a whole flowering of high IQ people. And that was, of course, the Elizabethan Renaissance in England and elsewhere in Western Europe. And I think that is what, in some ways, we're still living on. And some of the assortative mating movement from city to city, so high IQ people can marry high IQ people, it pushes the tail out. But if that theory of mine just then is correct, what it implies is that East Asians are now reverting back up to their natural level of being slightly ahead of whites.
I'd like to return to the Caucasian question for a second. And you said that perhaps in the historical continuum that Asians have been ahead of Europeans for more periods of history or longer periods of history. And as a person who that's my field of history, I would contest that. The great earliest civilizations were almost all Indo-European, and even there's a lot of evidence today, in fact, that even the Asian civilizations such as China, that Europeans introduced the wheel and many other, the very basics, the domestication of the horse, for instance, to the Asian people. And one explanation I'd like you to comment on, and this is the basis of my question, is Michael Levin said something very perceptive in his book, Why Race Matters, when he mentioned the fact that he made the hypothesis that high IQ in connection with higher testosterone levels led to achievement, and a slightly higher testosterone level with low IQ led to criminal. Well, that's what I thought you said, sir. I'm sorry. But